Hey, how's everybody doing today? My name is Ricardo Gordu, and I want to welcome you to day number 20 of the Walk With Me Challenge. And so I need to come on here because you know what? Y'all, I had a busy day. But, I'm still committed. Let's go ahead and knock this thing out. And so you asked Ricardo, what is the Walk With Me Challenge? So basically, I've been dedicating 21 days of spending at least 30 minutes of some type of walking, some type of working out. And then I've been coming on here just talking to y'all, dropping some nuggets with the hopes that something that I'm saying will help you be able to apply it to your life so you can take your life to the next level. And so we have been on this kick about what successful people do to keep growing and keep going. And, I got to do something today that was really fulfilling. I'm in Vancouver, but we actually did a international presentation today. And during the presentation, I think I said it was funny because I was like, man, doing the presentation was funner than doing what we did, the training and all the stuff that we did, the practice we did earlier to get there. And I was just sitting up there. I remember vividly sitting up there before I was able to speak, about to speak. And I just remember like, man, it's like, I'm supposed to be doing this. Like, not only am I supposed to be doing this, I'm good at doing this. And I'm good for a reason because my heart is right. I've been putting this practice in all these years. I've been focused. I've been paying my dues when it comes to just learning new things and failing at some things and going forward in new things and exploring new things and asking God to show me the way and build up the momentum, the encouragement behind the scenes to be able to shine my light openly. So all those things in that journey, I just had a moment when I was sitting up there and I was just like, man, this is easy. It's like, why not take so long to get here? I started asking myself questions that way. I was thinking about that and I was like, we did talk about, believing much bigger, much sooner. But man, when you are on your biggest stage you've ever been on, in your mind, some people get nervous. Man, I was so calm. I was so cool and collected. It was just, I was like, I was supposed to be here. I'm here for the right reason. I'm doing the right thing. And successful people, they get in that lane, in that vein, that most people can't get into, which is when they know they're doing the right thing. Maybe you're struggling so much in life because you never decided to do the right thing. Maybe you might be doing a good thing. And so this is funny because I remember this when I first started learning sales. I learned about good, better, best, right? And then it evolved to a good opportunity and a great opportunity. And anytime you are going forward in life, when you're making a decision to go all out, massive action, all these things, what happens is you start getting a lot of good opportunities. A lot of good opportunities, they become shiny. You start seeing them and you have to become wise because you have to understand that people buy people, but also leaders are looking for other leaders that they can help grow their organization. And so I used to start volunteering, going to all these different places and being a part of these different organizations because it was a good opportunity. But then I started understanding the difference between a good opportunity and a great opportunity. And a great opportunity seemed to be, I wasn't just sacrificing and not getting anything in return, but I was sacrificing and getting poured in at the same time. And I started asking myself that question, like, why am I doing all these good things when I can do great things? When I started focusing on and saying no to some good things and started saying yes to some great things, when I tell you my life like totally just took off to another trajectory, I promise you that's what God was trying to teach me. How to make great decisions and not just make good decisions. The decisions that you decide today. I'm going to speak this, and I want you to understand this. The decision that I made to do this video a few minutes ago, it's going to affect the results of my life in the next, I would say the next 2 weeks. I know this takes 2 weeks because the reason why is because you sow what you reap. I want you to think about that. So if you're sowing good things, you'll get good things in return. But if you're sowing great things, you'll get great things in return. And I'm not talking about just financial. I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking about being fulfilled in life, being able to be exposed to experiences that would just really just take your mind to a whole nother level of element of who you're called to be. Because I want you to be in a moment where you can rest and see that, man, I'm supposed to be doing this. And I'm not only good at doing it, I'm great at doing it. And I did all the necessary things to be here. And God is going to continue to exceed my expectations as long as I keep doing all the great things that it's going to take for me to be here. And so I really want you to catch on to that. Stop making good decisions and make great decisions. It might take you making the greatest decision of your life to stop making bad decisions for you to get to what you're called for. I remember reading a book, and it was a question book. It was like, ask the right question and you can change your life. So I want to ask you the greatest question that you can ever think of right now. What is it going to take for you to start making great decisions for your life? All right, I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.